So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. Man, somebody sent me a video on IG, man, and it's the craziest thing I ever seen in my life. But it just goes to show how phenomenal women are at getting married. You know, every woman can get married. There isn't a woman out here who doesn't has an option of getting married. All of them have an option of getting married, and they know how to pull that off. But staying married is where they really drop the ball at. Now, somebody sent me a video on IG of this chick who just got caught cheating by her husband, and she's sitting in the most poised, unbelievably calm, almost nonchalant manner. And he's questioning her about the things. Now, he's talked to the dude, he's talked to a chick who was involved in the situation. But what I want you to hear is this woman's explanation for what she's going on. Basic for what's going on. Basically, what she says is, I cheated because I was mad at myself when you caught me in a lie. And that may sound crazy to y'all, but it's not crazy. She's not mad because she got caught per se. She's mad because she allowed herself to get caught. And what I tell you guys about reverse psychology that women use, if you catch a woman in a lie, she'll go crazy and just be all upset because you don't believe her lie. Because she thinks that she's such a convincing actress that you should believe her lies. Let's take a look at this video, man, and we'll chime in along the way, man.
Well, I caught you lying. You got mad.
I did.
Okay, and then and when you got mad, you went on somebody else.
I was mad at me.
Okay, but you went on somebody else.
I did.
Because you got caught lying.
Yes.
And now this person is
So
now.
it's mad at me.
Now this.
Yo, you see how she keeps saying, because I was mad at me? You're going to hear some crazy illogic here. She feels like she, because she was mad at herself per se, should go and do something that will hurt him as a punishment to herself. Let's listen in, man.
Now this person is now texting you saying that he was with you actually all night.
He was not.
Okay, but so he's lying.
He is lying.
Okay.
He is lying. That's a big fat lie.
He said last Friday night. What does Katy Perry voice mean?
I have no idea. I don't know what he's talking about.
So he's lying.
I think he was with somebody else before he got to me. That's what I think.
Okay. Well, he thinks he had sex with you all night.
He didn't.
Did you blow him near the couch?
Yes.
Okay.
Yo, cuz, did you look? This woman said yes. Now, here's the thing about asking these type of questions. You got to be willing to accept the answers. And this guy's doing a phenomenal job of not going crazy. But what this sounds like is a guy who really doesn't care. So she said, yes. Yes, of course I did. Yeah, I did that part now. I ain't lying. So it's hard to not believe her when she says the dude was lying about the rest of it because she sat and admitted that she did dome this boy out, man.
Well, he
Right when he walked in the door.
Okay, so wait, right when you walked in, you went outside.
Yes.
Okay. Well, he references that. So he knows it's you.
Yeah. Okay.
He's talking about being with you all night.
He wasn't.
Okay.
And look how
We
nonchalant
didn't
she
leave the
is.
restaurant until 10:30. You just heard that.
Okay.
There was nothing to preface
but
that.
she didn't say that you weren't with him as well.
Call her back. She probably won't take the call since you hung up on her. But go ahead and call her back.
Okay, now, do you feel bad at all that you did what you did?
Oh my God.
What?
Yes, I do.
What do you feel bad about?
I feel bad that, well, for 100 different things, I feel bad. Starting backwards, or starting at the end and working backwards, I felt absolutely terrible that I cheated on you.
Mm-hmm. Well, did you feel bad that you lied to me?
Well, I was getting there. I told you I was working from the end and going backwards.
Okay.
The worst thing that I've ever done is hurt you.
Okay, so when you got so tell me more about the logic of you getting caught lying, and then you go suck some other guy's because I caught you lying. How does that work?
I was an absolute whore and deserved to be treated like one. It was self-mutilation.
Man, you hear this woman? She said she did this to herself. She went and enjoyed being with another man to punish herself. Now, what she's really telling him is that the treatment that that man gives me is what I deserve. the treatment you give me, I don't deserve. And that's why I dog you out because I'm hoping that something will turn you into him. And but this is the problem. If you're not that kind of man, you're never gonna be that kind of man. My bro, hey man, she get a serious grudging. You know what I'm saying? Like she be wondering how I feel about her after that. You know what I'm saying? When I turn her loose, she be like wondering, does this dude even like me? Or whatever. Does he respect me? Those are the type of things that she wants to feel during that scenario, but she don't want to feel it in any other aspect of life. But here's the thing: if you don't give it to her the way she wants it or needs it, she's gonna get it from somewhere else. You men have to understand that. And here's the thing: it doesn't matter how good your girl is, she has these needs to be dominated. Ron Wills calls it the underworld, and that's what it is. And many of you men don't want to know. Now, this dude here probably can't even get dome from his woman. He probably can't even get dome from her. But this other guy, soon as he walks in the door, she's bound down proposing to him. And you men have to understand that this is what your woman wants. Like if you don't have this type of sexual energy with your woman, man, your relationship is gonna fail with her. It's gonna fail. And this ain't got nothing to do with, man, that's too much work. It ain't too much work. You enjoy this. This is fun. You men don't know how to say. And then the crazy thing is, you'll go and be with another woman and treat her that way, but you can't treat the woman at home. You got that. Let me tell you something, man. That my uncle Junebug told me. If you can't do it with the woman you have at home, then you're a sucker. So really ain't no need to have a woman to do something intimate because any of that you should be able to do it with the woman you got at home. Any other woman should be contributing to the growth of the family you already have at home. Any other woman has to be a contributor to the household. Whether she live in the household or not, she got to be a contributor to the household. And what happens in these scenarios, you guys don't understand. Modern women look down on their mothers and grandmothers. They don't want to be traditional women. They want to be single women, protected and provided for in a married situation. And the thing is, you men feel like when you marry a woman, you got to change the way you treat her. Now, think about all that wild stuff y'all used to do in the beginning. Now that she's your wife, you don't want to do it, and you blame her for not want to do it. Oh yeah, she want to do it. But here's the thing: you've gotten so submissive in this scenario that a woman is not. She doesn't want to be dominated intimately by a man who she dominates in regular life. A woman can't dominate you all day and
Yes, dear. Whatever you want, dear. I'll do it, dear. All you gotta do is ask, dear. Whatever you want. Girl, you know I can provide whatever you need. Call 632-2135. Now maybe I should drive right over and show you my new ride. I take you shopping now on the town and make you feel your best.
that's the type of things y'all do, man. She can't be that type of woman with you, and then at night or intimate, and when it's time to be intimate, she suddenly submits to you. You have to have that domineering mentality the whole time you're dealing with your woman. And it ain't no work, it ain't no job. It comes natural to you. It should come natural to you. But the problem is with the majority of you men, it doesn't come natural to you. So you end up in a situation where you got a woman who wants to be treated a certain way, but you think she's too good to treat her like that. And you know what she does? She goes and be with a man who doesn't think she's too good to treat her like that. That's why if you can't separate the intimate aspect of your relationship from the emotional aspect of your relationship, you got to separate the physical and the mental. You got to separate the physical and the emotional. You have to separate it because if not, the two are going to bleed in together. But in your woman's mind, they're separate. She wants them to be separate. You know how many of you men spend your lives trying to please your woman, man, and don't even worry about the woman pleasing you? She ain't never got to please you. You don't care. And see, this society rewards women for doing these types of things because this society believes that if you don't give it to her, she should go get it from somewhere else. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. If you couldn't pay your bills, if you couldn't feed your family, is your woman wrong for going to get that money from somebody else if you can't provide? No, she can't let her children starve. She's not going to let her children starve. If you can't feed those children, that woman going to do what she got to do to feed them, and she has the right. That's being a good mother. If your children are starving and this man can't provide for them, you got to be a mother. You got to do whatever you got to do to feed your children. That's just the truth of the matter. If you can't accept that and wrap your mind around that concept, then you a beta male simp man, Johnny. That's the reality of it. Think about your own mom. When you want your mom to do whatever she had to do, if you was a defenseless child, man, and you couldn't eat, when you want your mom to do whatever the hell she had to do, man, and just deal with the consequences later, yes, you would. And but see, it's the same thing. The same way you want your woman to view you as the king of the castle, as the head of the household, as the leader, as the guide. She wants you to view her as the one who needs to be led, the one who needs to be guided, the one who needs to be guided, the one that needs to be dominated, the one that needs to be protected, the one that needs to be provided for. She wants you to view her that way. But the problem is the majority of you men buy into this 50-50 concept. And you can't just split 50-50 with the finances. If you split one thing 50-50, everything is split 50-50. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's just a bad concept for a man to have in a relationship, man. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So what you hear is a woman who says she's really pleading with this guy. I want to be treated like this. But she knows she can't bring these things to him. He can't accept that. Man, if your woman sit down and ask you a simple question, hey, what you think about this right here? No matter how foul it is, you got to look at it from a positive perspective. You got to understand that this is your woman crying out to you saying, okay, this is what I want. This is what I like. Here's a woman who obviously wanted a menage. And just listen to this dude, the way he questioning her about this and doing all this, you could tell he a beta male simp mangina. This line of questioning shouldn't even be taking place. You're asking her about things that you have facts for. You've already spoken to the guy and you've already spoken to the girl. You know what took place. And you still sitting up here questioning this woman. And then you already called her a lie. Once you catch her in a lie, you're going to ask her about something that she did because of the lie. A woman will do anything she can justify in her mind. So asking her these questions is irrelevant. Basically, what I'm saying to you, men, is no matter how many rings you put on her finger, no matter how many nice cribs you put her in, no matter how many nice whips you buy, no matter how you stack up a closet, the bottom line is every single woman has this need to be dominated. Most of them just intimately, some of them all across the board. Why do you think the movie 50 Shades of Grey blew up like it did? It didn't start off like that. It started off modest, but then it picked up once women found out what it's about. Because 95% of women on this planet, especially in this country, well, 95%, because 95% of the women in this country, in Western society, have this fantasy of being dominated sexually. That's just what they want. They want a man to view them as a piece of property when it comes to being intimate. And about 95% of you men can't view your wives that way. And I'm telling you like this, and this gonna hurt some feelings. But if you can't view your wife that way, she gonna always go to a man who can. And she might not leave you for that man permanently, but from time to time, she gonna go be with that man. And trust me, there's always gonna be at least one who's willing to dominate your bra and give her the feeling of forced submission that you never could. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Alpha sub, betas down, it's the motto. Sims